Welcome to Joyful Strength and Sculpt. So today we are doing a 20-minute functional core workout. It's designed for pregnancy and postpartum, but it's really for anyone who wants to use everyday type of moves from a standing, kneeling position to build a stronger core in a safe way. So all we're using today is one dumbbell. You do not have to use a dumbbell. You can start with body weight. If you are postpartum, cleared by your doctor to exercise, but postpartum wanting to rebuild that connection to your core and pelvic floor, I would start with body weight and slowly work up to using a dumbbell and maybe getting a little heavier over time. This is safe for pregnancy. I am nearing my third trimester. So we're gonna start with some 360 breathing to really focus on connecting to our core. And then we'll go through 2 rounds of 10 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We'll really get better at them that second round. And we'll be going from a standing position to a kneeling position and then doing some deep core holds in a bear position. So we know warm up or cool down today. We're gonna start with our breath to really engage that core, and let's get into this workout. All right, let's go ahead and just stay in the standing position. So I find it helpful to have hands on the belly as we are going ahead and inhale. We're gonna think about expanding that belly, not pushing out, but expanding the belly. And then as we exhale, we want to think about pulling the belly in and lifting it up. So let's do that again. Inhale. Really think about expanding through that rib cage. And exhale. Pull that belly up and in. We want to think about hugging the baby. If you're postpartum, engaging those transverse muscles coming from back to front. Next time, we're going to inhale and then think about lifting something with our pelvic floor, all 4 corners of the pelvic floor. Here we go. And then in and lift as we exhale. It's a lot to think about, I know. Hold, think about lifting. And inhale it all out. Okay, we're going to think about continuing on while we do some of these moves with our dumbbell. And pick it up. More beginner option is holding it at your chest. We're going to do some marches. If you're feeling a little bit more advanced, go ahead and push that weight overhead to get a little further from your body. Join me. We're going to start with marches. Straight arms as straight as you can. We are still going to practice that 360 breathing while we are doing our workout today. So we're inhaling and exhaling. Nice and evenly, no breath holding today. We want to think about using our core in a safe way when we do these types of movements, which is what we're doing in everyday life, as we're picking up groceries, as we're twisting, as we're picking stuff off the ground. A few more seconds of marches here. Can we get our knees a little bit higher? 2 and 1. Okay, we're gonna hold this weight at mid-level. So, right leg is gonna go back. We're gonna do a lunge position with a rotation, and then we'll step together at the front. Same leg, we lunge and rotate, step together at the front. Join me. So, we're starting with our more beginner level. If you wanna hold out that knee, you can. So we go down and up. We exhale as we rotate. Inhale, picking up something with our pelvic floor. Rotate, exhale. The further out your arms are, the harder it's going to be. So if you really want to think about twisting and wrapping, nice job. Working our arms as well here. We twist in everyday life, so we're practicing training our core for it. A few more seconds. 1. All right, rest. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this time the left leg is going to go back and we'll be twisting to the right side. If you want to practice your balance and pick up that knee, you can. You decide what's good for you. Further away your arms are from your body. Okay, join me. We go together. Here we go. We twist. Inhale. Exhale. Come up. Everything hugs together. There we go. Twist. There we go. So finding our obliques here, finding that deep core. You might find one side is better than the other at that balance, but we're working both to correct any imbalances we might have. No pun intended. So we go low, we twist, and pull it all together. Nice. 2, 1. Rest. All right, let's safely find a kneeling position. Right leg is coming forward. We're gonna have the dumbbell in our right hand. There we go. We're gonna place our hand on the ground as we twist. We look up at that weight, and then we pull ourselves up with our obliques. When you're ready, join me. This is one of these functional moves. It takes a minute to get. So we're starting from the center, we're twisting around, we're trying to touch the ground, and then we lift up. So how the breathing works is we inhale, exhale. Think about picking up something with that pelvic floor. There you go. Inhale, expand the belly, exhale. Nice job. Really thinking about those right obliques. That's what's working here. Here we go. Keep going. This move is different. We're gonna do it again on round 2. We'll be ready for it. Straight arm if you can. 2, 1. Okay, we're switching it around to that other side. So other hand, left leg is up in front. Other hand gets the dumbbell. We are going to be reaching down and twisting up to the sky with that right hand, thinking about those left obliques. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we inhale, touch the ground. Exhale, exhale and wrap. Yes. Inhale, exhale and wrap, left oblique. Think about a really straight arm. It's those obliques that are cinching ourselves up here. Excellent. Inhale, exhale. Nice work. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 and 1. Excellent work. All right, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see we're staying in a kneeling position. We're going to hold this weight out. We're going to be sitting it back, sitting our glutes back. Inhale, and then as we exhale, we wrap that core and we sit up. So we're leaning down. If you can, extend those arms forward. Inhale and exhale. Think about those transverse abdominals wrapping from back to front. There you go. So if you can lean those arms forward, that's going to work our arms and engage more of our core muscles. Forward and exhale. Nice. This is a move that we do all types during our day-to-day lives. So we're engaging our core properly as we sit up, thinking about lifting that pelvic floor. One more. Excellent job. All right, we're coming into this bear position. If you would like to stay here, if you're closer to that third trimester, in your third trimester, we're going to be doing those dumbbell drags. We've done them before because they're so good for our core. If you want to be in a bear hold, that's the most advanced. If you want to be in a knee plank, either way, we're finding that dumbbell, we're dragging it in a slow and controlled way. This is functional core training right here. So I'm on my knees today. If you're on your knees with me, think about wrapping your core. We are lifting that pelvic floor. Our deep core muscles are engaged, and we're shifting our weight forward. If this is too much for you at any time, come back to that knee position and drag that dumbbell. You're still going to engage those abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are coming into a deep core hold. So finding that bear position, we're going to inhale, dropping the belly, letting everything go. And then exhale, lift up into that bear hold. We're going to hold here for 8, 7, little sips of air through that chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do that again. Inhale, drop the belly. Okay, there we go. Here's my inhale. Exhale, lift up, tuck those toes under and hold for 8, 7. So you can breathe here, but just think about through your chest. You're not doing a diaphragmatic breathing. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's drop the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, finding a little child's pose here. Rocking side to side. We are back at the top for round 2. Safely get up into that standing position. Take a break if you need to. All right, so we're finding that standing march, whatever position you want to be in. I'm extending my arms overhead. Here we go. We march, picking up those knees, using our core. Arms are nice and straight. Good job. As you progress throughout your postpartum journey, maybe you can slowly add on more weight here. But as we're really more newly postpartum, we just want to think about connecting to our core here. Not a traditional ab move, but we are engaging those core muscles. Three, 2, 1. Okay, we have those lunges with rotation. Maybe this time, now that you're used to the move, right leg goes back first. We'll be lunging and twisting to the left. Maybe this time we can get that weight a little bit further out. You decide. But we go in 2, 1. So we lunge and twist. If you can pick up that knee. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Nice safe twist here. Using those obliques and those abs in a functional way. Also working our balance.
I have these thoughts in my head. Can you make it make sense? How a heart can burn with joy.
Almost there. Arms are getting tired. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, we got that other side. Left leg is going to go back. We have our 20-second break though. This time, the right leg is forward and we're also twisting to the right. We're picking that leg up if we can. Big breath. Here we go. In 2 and 1. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. There you go.
Do you remember that night, you and me in the dark? The rain was pouring.
Good job. Really focusing on your breath, getting that even cadence. Make sure you're thinking about your core here, that pelvic floor. Inhale, expand. Exhale, wrap. Nice. This is a type of workout. We want to hear those audible breaths. Not pretty sounding, but it is so effective for really engaging the right muscles. 3, 2, 1 more. Woo, lost my balance on that one. Okay, so we're getting down safely to that kneeling position. Right leg is going to be forward. Right hand gets the weight. We're going to be touching the ground and twisting with that left hand. Can you focus on keeping that arm nice and straight, really cinching up with those obliques? Here we go. So we inhale, exhale, as we come back up, twisting forward. We twist to the side, inhale. Now that we've done these moves before, and not foreign to us, maybe we can really focus on that foreign this time. If you need to drop the weight at any time and just practice this move, you're still going to use your oblique muscles. Nice job. Good work. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Let's find that other side. So left leg comes forward, left hand gets the weight. We're going to be touching the ground on that right side. Taking a minute. Why do I have that dumbbell up if I don't need to? We go in 2 and 1. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Engages obliques. Nice job. Inhale. Exhale. Thinking about those left obliques. Do not disengage and let your mind wander. When we have that mind to muscle connection, much more likely to be working the part of our core that we need to work. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. We are almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Okay, so we have those sit down and sit ups with this weight. So as we sit down, we extend the weight, and as we sit back up, we think about wrapping our pelvic floor and lifting. 3, 2, 1. We go together. Here we go. Reaching forward. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. Inhale. Reaching forward. Now, the more beginner option is just keeping that weight close to your body as you sit down, engage those glutes, and exhale, wrap that core. As you get more advanced, you can extend that weight a little further to engage that core more. Inhale. Exhale. Think about lifting something with those pelvic floor muscles as we engage it all together. It's a lot to think about, I know. Nice job. 2 and 1. Okay. We are going to do those dumbbell pull throughs. So decide if you want to be on your knees, if you want to be in a bear hold or a plank hold. Either way, let's wrap our abdominals. I'm finding that plank on my knees, and our abs are going to be engaged the whole time. So when I say sips of air through our chest, I just mean we are not releasing those deep core muscles and letting it go like earlier when we're trying to engage and then relax that pelvic floor. So when we're doing a plank, we really want those abs to be zipped up in that deep core hold the whole time because we need them to do this exercise safely. If at any point you feel like you kind of relax, come back into a child pose. Inhale, exhale, wrap, and then come right back to working. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody release. Little child's pose, let it go. We have our deep core next. Finding that knees, that tabletop position. We're gonna inhale and drop the belly, release that pelvic floor. Exhale, tuck the toes under and come up into a bear hold. For a hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. So we inhale, drop the belly, relax, and then we pick something up with that pelvic floor, lift up. Little sips of air through your chest as we hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's inhale, drop the belly. Exhale. Tuck the toes under. We hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I forgot to move last round, so we're gonna hit it 2 times. We're gonna pick up that weight and stay in this tabletop position. So I'm gonna pick it up with my right arm. We're gonna row with our right side and extend our leg with our left side. So we inhale and row, and exhale and let them both drop. Join me when you're ready. So we row and drop. Row and drop. We have 1 on each side for 2 times. So why are we doing a row here? This is not a back workout. This is a way to engage our deep core because our core muscles are causing us to stabilize. As we're moving on both sides of our body, that right side and left side, it's stabilizing us, keeping us nice and centered. This is deep core work right here. 2 and 1. Okay, come back, rest, shake it out for a second. We're gonna put that dumbbell in that left side and kick out with our right. These are full body moves. That's what makes us more functional fitness. We pick up so many things and we use our back in real life. All right, let's go. Let's get that other side. So we row with our left and set it all back down. Row with our left. This is one of my favorite pregnancy core moves as well. That also strengthens that back, which is important as our bellies are growing every single day. Having a nice strong back is going to add some counterbalance and relieve any back pain. Or reduce back pain. We might still have it. So as we row up, really think about squeezing that elbow to our spine and setting it back down. Can we get one more in? Okay, rest for 20 seconds. We have one more round, one on the right, one on the left, and then we are out of here. Going a little bit out of order today. Let's just take a nice deep breath as we're waiting. And exhale and wrap. All right, let's put that dumbbell in our right hand. Here we go, we're kicking with our left side. Last time on this side. So really squeezing that elbow at the top. Nice job. Can you get that elbow and your leg a little higher this time? Straight leg if you can. Deep core is working here. Three, two, one, and rest. Last time, 40 seconds, and then you are done and out of here. If some of these moves are different for you, this is the type of workout to come back to again and again as we slowly rebuild that core strength, regardless of where we're at today in our pregnancy, fitness journey, postpartum journey. All right, last side, here we go. Extend that leg, we row up, and we set it all back down. Slow and controlled movements. This is how we engage those abdominals. This is how we get stronger. It's not flashy, it's not exciting. It's not going to be a big burn if you are tracking this workout on your Apple Watch, but this is what builds that strength over time. It's going to benefit us in all areas of life. Great work. 3, 2, can we get one more in? And rest. All right, be proud of yourself today. Let's just sit for a minute. Let's take one big breath. Inhale, expand, and exhale, draw it all in and let it go. Be proud of yourself today for coming back to this practice. Come back and do this again with me. I will continue to do these moves throughout my pregnancy. I find it so helpful for reducing pain and strain as my body is growing and still engaging our core muscles. We can still get a stronger core even while pregnant in a safe way. So come back to this workout. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so down at the bottom, and I will see you next time.